Seventh graders, we're starting a new chapter today. And lesson 4.1 is about...
Never mind.
Lesson 4.1 is about divisibility, okay? Now, first of all, there are rules that you need to follow for divisibility. Okay, divisibility means can a number go into another number evenly, so without a remainder. And let's review these from last year. First of all, 2. If any number that ends in an even number is divisible by 2, isn't it? What's the only even number that's not divisible, or that is not a, well, we haven't talked about prime and composite yet. What's the only even prime number? Sam?
2.
2, right. Because every other even number is divisible by 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
The rules for 3 and 9 are similar. Okay? The rule for 3 is if the sum of the digits can be divided by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Okay? So look at this one. 189. If you add 1 plus 8 plus 9, the sum of those digits is 18. And 18 is divisible by 3, and so 189 is divisible by 3. Right? But look at this one, 343. It ends in a 3, and it's got another 3 in it, but is this number divisible by 3? Trinity? Is this number divisible by 3? Laura, help her out. No, not because it ends in a 3.
Oh, no, it's not.
Why isn't it divisible by 3? Amelia. Right. 3 plus 4 plus 3 is, Sam?
10.
10. Is 10 divisible by 3?
No.
Not evenly, no. So 343 is not divisible by 3 because the sum of the digits is not divisible by 3. How about 189? Is that divisible by 9? Next?
Yes.
Yes. And it's because the sum of the digits, 100, is 18, which is also divisible by 9. So 189 is divisible by 3 and 9, isn't it? How about number 5? If it ends in a 0 or a 5, the number is divisible by 5, right? For the number 4, if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4, then the number is divisible by 4. Okay? So if you take a number like 4,216, if you look at the last 2 numbers, if those 2 numbers are divisible by 4, then this number is divisible by 4. Okay? Is this number divisible by 3? What would you do, Jordan?
What? No.
How would you figure out if it's divisible by 3? You just wrote it down, and I just taught it to you. And then we did 2 examples.
If the sum of the digit can be divided by 9 or 3.
Or 3. So let's add the digits.
Okay.
Add the digits.
Okay.
What is it?
15.
15.
You added the
Sure?
I have no idea how to do this.
What are the digits, Jordan?
I added wrong.
What are the digits?
13.
13. 6 plus 7 is 13. Is 13 divisible by 3?
No.
No. Is it divisible by 9?
No.
No. So then this number is not divisible by 3 or 9, right? Is it divisible by 2?
Yeah.
Asa, why?
Because the last number is even.
Good. Last number's even, yep. Let's go on to the next rule. Oops. Slide, there we go. 6. The rule for 6 is this. If the number is divisible by both 2 and by 3, then it's divisible by 6. How do you know if it's divisible by 6, Reese? So how do you know if it's divisible by 2? If it's even. And how do you know if it's divisible by 3? No, Jordan, help her out. How do you know if it's divisible by 3?
If you add all the numbers together and it's divisible by 3.
Yep. Then the number is divisible by 3. How do you know if it's divisible by 9, Reese? And if the sum is divisible by 9, then the number is divisible by 9. Okay? Luke?
Does this have to be both 2 and 3 in order to...
Correct. It has to be divisible by both 2 and by 3. Because then it has 6 as a factor. Alright? So 246 is 8 plus 4 is 12. And 12 is divisible by 3, and it ends in a 6, so that's even. Okay? How about 252? Is that divisible by 2?
Yes.
Caleb?
Yes.
How about by 3?
Yes.
252? What's the sum of the digits? 9. Good, and it's divisible by 3. Yep. I wasn't sure if you were just listening to Asa over here, or if you really knew.
I knew.
Okay? That's enough.
Didn't know.
Then, the last one is 8. If the last 3 digits are divisible by 8, then the sum is divisible by 8. Okay? Let's put a couple of terms in your notes. The first term are factors. The factors of a number. The factors of a number are the ingredients in a number. In other words, if you have a number like 125, what are the numbers that make 125? What goes into 125?
5 and 25.
5 and 25. So 5 times 25. What else?
They're going to split the 25 into 5.
Correct. 5 and 5. Yep.
So it'd be 5 cubed.
5 cubed, or 5 to the 3rd power is 25. Yep. These are factors. These are the prime factors of 125. Okay? So what are prime numbers? Merlin. Right. Give me some examples. In fact, I want you to put a list in your notes of prime factors. What are the prime factors up to 20? Is 1 a prime factor, Max?
No.
No. Why?
Because look, 0 goes to 0. 1 is, if you multiply anything by 1, it's the number, another number.
Okay, but what about the number itself, 1? Does it have 2 factors?
No.
No, so, yeah, no, it's not prime, because it doesn't have 2 factors, and prime numbers have 2 factors. 1 has only 1 factor, okay? So 1 is neither prime or composite. It's neither prime or composite.
Oh, that's the one that-
So what's the lowest prime number?
2.
2. Yep. 2 is prime. Is 3 prime? Yeah. Yep. Because 3 times 1 is the only way you can make 3. How about 4? No, 4 is divisible by 2. 5? 5 is prime. What's the next one? 7. 11. 13. Notice that after 2, they're all what? They're all what? They're all odds because, right, evens are all divisible by 2. So after 13 is 17 and 19. Okay?
What?
Oh yeah, there's more. There are a lot more. Yep, 23. Right? 29. 41. I think so, yeah. 26 is even, so that can't be. So composite numbers have more than 2 factors, okay? Now, on your worksheet for today, it gives you a way of listing the factors. That's a good way to list the factors of a number. For example, number 1, the number 34. When you're listing all the factors of a number, you're going to have to do this on your test. So if you're starting with the number 34, put the factors in order like this. 1 and 34. And these are the smallest and the biggest factors, right? You can't have a number, a factor bigger than 34 because 34 makes 34. 34 times 1. Is 2 a factor? 2 and 17. Is 3 a factor? Is 3 a factor, Garrett? How do you know?
Because when you add them, it doesn't equal 3.
It doesn't equal 3 or a number that's divisible by 3.
Yeah.
3 plus 4 is 7. 7 is a prime number. How about 4? Is 4 a factor? No. The closest multiple of 4 is 32, and then 36. Doesn't end in a 5 or 0, so 5 isn't a factor. 6 can't be a factor because it's not divisible by 3. 10 is not a factor. 8 is not a factor, so this is it, isn't it? So you can go through the list using the divisibility rules. How about 50? Number 2 is the number 50. List all the factors of 50. Ava.
1, 50,
1 and 50.
2,
2 and,
25,
yep. 3,
no,
4,
no,
5,
yep,
5 and,
10,
10, 6,
no,
7,
no,
8,
no,
9,
no.
10. Once you get to the next one, you know that you have them all, right? That's why it's good to make a list in order like this. So the factors are 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, and 50. Okay? That's a good way to find all of the factors. Then on the back side of the worksheet, you have to do the same thing. List all the factors. Then in the next section, you have to tell if the number is divisible by the numbers that are given using the divisibility rules. And then at the bottom, you have to find the missing digit to make the number divisible by 9. How do you know if a number is divisible by 9, Sam?
It's just three, well, just three numbers. Well, you add the numbers up to equal 9 or
Right. It's called a multiple of 9. A multiple of 9. Yep. And then do the bottom 3 problem solving questions. That's lesson 4.1.